Friedrich Ludwig Persius was a Prussian architect and a student of Karl Friedrich Schinkel. Persius assisted Schinkel with, among others, the building of the Charlottenhof Castle and the Roman baths in Sanssouci Park in Potsdam. He was also involved with the construction of the Great Fountain, the Church of Peace, and the Orangery, an observation tower on the Ruinenberg opposite Sanssouci Palace. Life. Persius was born in Potsdam, where he went to public school and grammar school. From 1817 to 1819 he worked with the building inspector Gottl. He enrolled as a carpenter. From 1819 he studied to become a surveyor at the Academy of Architecture in Berlin, and took his exam in March 1821. From 1821 he worked as a building planner in Potsdam, working under, among others, Karl Friedrich Schinkel during the building of the castle and church on the grounds of Graf Potocki. In 1824 Persius became a member of the Association of Architects. In Glienicke he worked as a successful architect under Schinkel. In 1826 he passed his exam to become a master builder at the Academy of Architecture in Berlin, and became a building planner in Charlottenhof. In 1827 he married Pauline Sello, with whom he had 6 children: Elizabeth, Ludwig, Marie, Reinhold, Conrad and Felix. In 1829 Persius became a building inspector with the royal government in Potsdam. In 1833 he completed his first independent work, renovating the artificial mills into a residential house for Handmin, the gardener. In 1834 he became the royal court building inspector. In 1840 he made a journey on the Rhine that brought him to, among others, Heidelberg and Bacharach, as well as the Stolzenfels Castle and Ehrenbreitstein Fortress. In 1841 he traveled to Paris, and went on to visit Munich, Strasbourg, Andernach, Remagen, Rolandseck, Bad Godesberg and Cologne. In 1842 he went on a further journey to Lenen, Korin, Halle and thence to Erfurt. In 1841 Frederick William IV named Persius as his court architect. In 1842 he became a royal architectural advisor and member of the Chief Architectural Authority. In 1843-44 Persius worked for Prince Hermann von Pacula-Muskau among others. In 1843 he made a further journey on the Rhine, which included being in Bad Godesberg and Trier. In 1844 he traveled to Bad Muskau and the Netherlands. In 1845 he undertook a journey to Italy via Nîmes, Marseille and Genoa to Rome, Naples, Vicenza, Padua, Venice and Verona. In 1845 Persius was appointed as head architectural advisor with retrospective effect from the 12th of October 1842. On the 12th of July 1845 he died and was laid to rest in the Bornstedt Cemetery in Sellow. Works built in cooperation with Schinkel. 1821 Castle and church on the grounds of Graf Potocki. Remaining 1833 House in Sanssouci Park near the Roman baths. 1834 35th Travellers and Fishermen's House in Uitz. 1837 38th Scherstedt Farmhouse in Grabendalen. 1838 39th Gardner and Machine House, the Devil's Bridge, Orangery and Greenhouse in Glienicke Park. 1840 Stadium in Glienicke Park. 1840 41st Antonfong establishment at the Safari Park, as well as the rebuilding of the side wings of the Sanssouci Palace. 1840 42 rebuilding of Glienicke Castle. 1841. Princes under Forester's house at Merlig. First blueprints for the Church of Peace. 1841. 42nd. Staggate in Glenick Park. First, second and third Forester's establishment and the gamekeeper's house in the Safari Park. Blueprints for the dome of the Church of St. Nikolai. 1841–43. Conversion of the Royal Civil Cabinet House, Head Gardener's House in Cello, Steam Engine House for Sanssouci, Steam Flour Mills of the former Sanssouci Handlung. 1841–44. Church of the Redeemer and Roman Bank in Potsdam. Sacro, fountains and minor architectural details in Sanssouci Park, atrium and pergola in the Paradise Garden, Mulberry Alley, now part of the Botanical Gardens at the University of Potsdam. 1842. North wing of the Picture Gallery and conversion of the new chambers. Blueprints of the Exeter on Ruinenberg. 1842–44. Charlottenhof Pheasantry. 1842. 43. Blueprints for the corner repository on the site of the Department of Provisions. Hunter's Gate in Glenick Park. 1843. Siemens House in Schweizerstal in Glenick Park. Blueprints for the Villa Teich. Blueprints for AHOK House. Plans for the conversion of the Villa Hilaire. 1843–44. Brandt House, Orangery in First Pergola Park in Bad Muskau. Viaduct in Potsdam. Bornstedt. Preacher House in Lehnen. Conversion and extension of the dairy farm in the New Garden. 1843–45. Extension of Babelsberg Castle. Engine House and Gatekeeper's House in Potsdam. Babelsberg. Villa Tiedke. Villa Skauningen. 1844. Blueprints for Lindstedt Castle. Blueprints for the Norman Tower on the Ruinenberg. Blueprints for the Nedlitzer farmhouse. Bornham Economy. Grange. House of Master Carpenter Reitz. Blueprints for the church in Salmond. 1844. 45th. Conversion of Minerva Box. 1845. Farmyard in Glenick Park. Blueprints for the church in Heringsdorf. No longer remaining. 1835–39. Villa Jacobs. 1837. Villa Persius. Barns at the historic mill in Sanssouci Park. 1842. Gangway over the Potsdam City Canal. 1842. 43. Nieb Steam Mills. Jacobs Sugar Silo. 1844. Plans for the Nedlitz Northern Bridge to Dr. Faust Pub in Potsdam. Sacro.